ProZ.com is the world's largest translator marketplace and network, founded in 1999. It has a long history of involvement with other partners doing pro bono work. But just last year, we began our own program called ProZ Pro Bono. Now what we do is we offer free translations to other non-profit organizations throughout the world, ranging from local to global. For that, we have a body of very active and dynamic volunteers who come from all over the world, from Africa, from Asia, from Australia, from Russia, from Western Europe, and they translate into many, many languages. So we've had as many as 45 languages altogether. It's particularly important for me because before I became a translator, I had a career which involved many years working in the global south in international development. And so I'm particularly aware of the situations and the crises that generate the kind of needs that we serve. So I speak to clients around the world. They ask me for translations of a document or a website or anything that they need into various languages. And then I turn to the volunteers and I ask them who is available, who is willing to do this text. And usually we find very quickly that people come forward and they want to help. Why do they want to help? Because the people that we work with, the clients, they cover a wide range of social and environmental issues. So one very important part of our project is that there is no money involved. Of course, the volunteers don't ask for money, they don't get paid, but we don't ask for anything from the clients. We simply deliver the translations that they want at the time that they need them. So when you look at the history of our project, we began with local associations, mostly in France, and then we grew quite quickly to national associations dealing with all the refugees, for example, coming into France. But not only refugees, we also deal with children's education, with women's rights, and a whole group of social issues. But then quickly, our work came to the attention of international clients, like Give Directly, like the International Rescue Committee, and they work at a global level, dealing with people coming from Somalia, from Sudan, depending on where the hotspot is at any one time. And then finally, we have begun working with Dwayne and Colleen Elgin, who've written a book called Choosing Earth, about the future of the planet and what we need to do as a species. So our work has gone from local to national, to international, to global, to even planetary. And we believe that our language skills can make a difference. We can't build buildings or hospitals, we can't cure people, but we can make that language barrier go away, and that makes life a lot easier for a lot of people. And we also help to get messages out to the wider world. And that's what wakes me up in the morning, that's what brings me to work, and it's the same for all the people who work with me. And so I say to the volunteers, when we work together, don't think of this as a text, think of this as a human life that you are helping to make easier. It could be a mother, a grandmother, it could be a daughter, and every single work that we do, every word that we translate directly affects a person or many people from a language group in their new life. One key element of our project is the human factor. So I work and get to know the volunteers personally. We communicate every day with messages and with various questions, and I see them as a family. Translators are isolated often around the world. They work at home. They don't have many friends who are translators, and they can be cut off from each other. But within the Pro Bono program, we bring them together in a kind of family, and they get to share their motivations and their successes together. And I also try and apply that human element to relationships with all the clients. So I meet them online, we have video conferences, I get to know them, they get to know me, because I think at the heart of all translation is the question of people. And if we can create good relationships with the clients and a good community with the volunteers, then the project is going to be much, much more successful. And it helps me to see, and it helps all the volunteers to see, that their work makes a real impact, and that through their language skills, they're also changing the world in a small way, but a very important way.